This time,
Hello.
This time, I swear to God, I'm recording on my sound, and I swear to God, I'm recording the desktop imagery here. And I will,
Hold on.
before I even do anything when we're done with this podcast, I am sending that footage to Ryan.
Yeah, that's the bigger thing.
Good call. Good call. Listen,
You
real
definitely
quick,
recorded last time.
Yes, I
I
did
can hear
record last
Joe's.
time.
Hold on. I can hear Joe's voice through Steve's. Is that normal?
You can hear it through mine?
This is the quarantine version of me asking if my headphones are turned up. But I can't. Yeah, I can hear Steve or Joe's voice through Steve's monitor or something. It's like a muffled version of Joe that's also in sync with the real version of Joe, or maybe reality is bending a little bit. Who knows?
Yeah, we are living in a strange time, so
I'll get over it. It's fine.
I think we're okay as long as my audio is recording separately from my computer. Same with yours. I think we're good.
You're good. Yeah, it's fine.
I think we're
It's
good.
good.
yeah.
All right.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Well-
thank you to whoever we played right before we started talking, because we just got back to playing some of the user submitted
good.
songs, because you guys have been doing that through this endeavor, this craziness, and we appreciate your creativity. The slapbacks of your creative process are awesome. And so we thank you all.
also
Slap back.
we can. I had one of those. It could record 3 seconds of your voice, remember, and then you could play it back on a little
Yak back is what you're thinking of, you moron.
But I was gonna say,
Fucking, it's a yak.
the one episode, if we're still doing this fucking shit, which we probably will be, but if we're still doing it this fucking way, we'll do it again so that we can hear it all together. Like, I figured out a way to do that, so and it
cool.
could be fun for us to react to it and then thank them and do all that.
Great.
That's
Yeah.
always a nice thing.
Fun.
And for those of you that are like, what the fuck are they talking about? Well, we, on this show, the Valleycast, welcome, we like to play user-submitted intro songs to start off every podcast. And we think it's really great and fun because it gets you guys, the listeners, creative. And now that we're all stuck at fucking home, there should be zero shortage of really fun Valleycast jingles that you guys can create at home. Use your fucking phone recorder. Use the easiest possible way to record yourself doing anything, and I guarantee you, as long as it's appropriate, we will play it on the show.
You
So-
scream it real loud, and if we're recording at the time and we can hear it, we'll put it on.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably
Whatever
make it in.
If I'm picking you up on one of these audio channels, that we will
Microwave
just play
it to us.
Yeah. Do you guys miss that microwave sound underneath us? That the
Aw, microwave sound. What was that fat burning machine called?
I forgot what I always forget what it's called.
Well, then I'm going to rename
no
it right
idea.
now. From here on out, we're calling it Pissy Fat Machine.
I think that was it. I think that does ring a bell.
In my head, I was like Charlie. All right.
Pissy Fat, because it burns your fat and you piss it out of your body.
All right. We'll also forget that one. So, but guys, welcome to the show, and please submit your Valleycast intro songs to the subreddit at reddit.com/r or reddit.com/r/thevalleyfolk.
Reddit/r.com folks.
Cool.
.com.r.com.
All right. And if you're finding us for the first time, or you're coming back after a little hiatus, don't know why you left, welcome back. We bring topics to the table and we talk about them. We all come in with something to chat about, and we go left and right and up and down and tangent all around. And it's fun.
And we do the
And-
hokey pokey and we turn ourselves around.
And then we find out the most interesting, click-worthy discussion in that mess, and that becomes the title. And I have the title of this podcast already, everybody. We're going to call this one The Positive Side of the Coronavirus.
Oh, that's
fun.
nice.
So basically, I want to talk about some of the silver linings of us all going through quarantine together and on a society level. And then I actually have a question for you guys and a theory that I want to put out there that I don't back necessarily, but it's just a thought exercise. So we'll get to that first or later. But first, let's just do the thing that we should be doing. How are you guys doing in week 5 of
I want to die. I hate myself. I want to kill Alana, and Alana wants to kill me, and I'm scared for my life, and I want to die. No, everything's fine. We're fine. we're everybody gets a little bickery, and so we got a little bickery dickery doc, but we're having a great time. What?
Bickery dickery doc, I just hit Alana with my clock.
Alana wants me to tell you guys about my poop for some reason. What are you talking about? It's been so good, you said. Oh, my poop's been good. I love it. She's just like, you gotta tell them about how your poop's been good. Have you guys been having really good?
Tell them about your poops,
sweetie, honey. Tell them about the poop. You guys, I've been having great quarantine poops.
Aw,
I don't know. Poop. How about
That's
you guys?
Positive side number one.
Are you guys all normal or irregular?
I'm pretty regular. Yeah,
regular?
I feel pretty good. Yeah,
I'm like in a weird place where I'm like every single one is like a great adventure, and
good.
I'm very proud of it.
That's nice.
Thank you.
I've been eating a lot of nuts and cashews and stuff like that, so that keeps me nice and good.
Yeah, that's nice. I like cashews. I like nuts.
I eat like a child.
I like cashews. I like nuts. I like pooping out my butts.
I just realized why Elliot's hearing faint sounds, and it's because you guys are hearing me through my MacBook microphone. And these are all things we're going to learn together. And the MacBook microphone is picking up the sensitivity of the headset where I'm listening to you guys.
Huh, interesting.
Anyway, sorry. I'm sorry. I just had, I'm a nerd. I had to talk about it.
I'm this last week for me personally was, I feel like we're going to have these up and downs. It's going to be the worst type of roller coaster getting through this emotionally. And I had some downs this week. The sadness and the anger kind of hit. Sadness, I tweeted about one of the moments, and it was just, I was doing online schooling with Jackson. So we sit in front of my computer, and every once in a while his teacher will do like a Google Hangout, and it's with 40 kids that don't know how to use a computer, and the microphone is on everybody's computer, and that's a nightmare. But it's also very cute.
And you can hear people doing their dishes in the background and shit.
Yeah,
and
it's
like
all
that.
These kids just like, hi, Jackson.
Get away from the oven!
Like things like that.
100%. And Google Hangout's a nightmare because whenever somebody talks, it like switches the screen to that person.
Comedic effect, because one time I did a video, it was me and Bowman and Darren and Will and Owen. It was like this whole thing, and we got to a point where it was like it would cut to people for comedic effect.
Fun.
It would cut to Will and he would just be zero expression, and then we'd all be laughing so hard, and it'd cut around.
I can't hear you guys.
Nobody's speaking because we're watching. Wait, hold on, Bowman. Bowman, can you put a lid on it for a second?
But anyways, so like it's cute, and it's also hard while trying to work and then also doing the school for the kids and trying to balance all that while being creative. But at one point, the teacher said something along the lines of like, and I can't wait to see, you can see the sadness in her eyes. She misses her kids. This is her purpose. And she's like, I can't wait till this is all over and we get to have like a final big party at the end of the year. And then I was like, it just hit me. I'm like, oh, my son is 100% not going back to school with this class. 100% will not finish out the year, his first year of school ever, with his class. And that made me really sad. Like, it just hit me in the gut, and like everything, of course, when you get sad, like all the other little sad pockets that you've been like hiding, they kind of get opened up.
Oh,
so
yes.
it's like, after I got everything all done and some work done, I just went upstairs and I freaking just cried for a little bit by myself because I just was affected by it all, and the anger, of course, intensified all that, and it was bad. But again, ups and downs. I think I needed it. I think everybody needs that every once in a while.
Oh yes.
So yeah.
It's very healthy.
The flip side, the positive side, is that how many kids in their lifetime have a year like this that they get to spend at home with their family.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Totally.
and that's
Totally.
I've heard rumors that kids seem like they grow up fast. And so getting to spend this time with them is probably like a once in a lifetime, once in a, century.
Oh,
thing.
for sure. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, well, I was going to say, and you can't, put too much worry into how this will affect them, because you're like, man, when I was a kid, I was outside running around and shit, and I was with all my friends, and you can't worry too much about how this will affect their future, because they will adapt, and everything will be fine, probably, in the end.
Of course. Positive spin on that whole experience with the online schooling, though, is, I'm the working parent, so a lot of the times I'm not as connected with the schooling process as maybe I'd want to be. And it's been really fun getting to see all these kids and their personalities and putting names to faces. So when Jackson comes back, and he's like, I was like, what'd you do today? And he's like, I played with Richard. Now I know what Richard looks like, and I know what Richard's personality is like.
Is he good looking?
Man, he is a sexy kid.
That's awesome, dude. I love that.
He's like a little
I
Bradley
press screen
Cooper.
Record every class period.
Yeah. It makes sense. I mean, if he's friends with Jackson, Jackson's pretty hot.
That's been fun and cute, and I really do hope there's some kind of closure for him and for Hayden in this school year. And it goes even farther than that, because you start thinking there, and then you ruminate and you go down the thinking ladder, and
the old
I'm
thinking
really
ladder.
sad. The old thinking ladder, got it out of the shed.
It's been in there
I'm
for a
sad
while, hasn't it?
I can't
I'm
really
sad.
hear you, Steve.
You can't
get a
hear me
little-
now?
Well,
Yeah,
I think it's because your mic for the computer's a little farther away.
I put the volume down to help with the problem where you were hearing Joe.
Oh, that's
but
better.
If that's
Oh,
better.
no. Yeah, that problem is fine. Yeah. This
Okay.
is
All right. Well, there
This
you
is
go.
such a bigger problem. Oh, my God.
The
I want to hear you.
the thought of seniors and stuff, kids really finishing out their school, right? Like missing prom, missing graduation, athletes that were hoping to land a scholarship in their final year of track, stuff like that has just been kind of it weighs on you when you really start to think about it.
It's unfathomable, the ripple effect. The more you think, anything that you can think of will be touched by it in some way. It's nuts.
Elliot, how you been?
Pretty good. Today.
You had some up and downs?
Yesterday sucked. Day before sucked. But all in all, the suckage I don't think is too bad. I think it's just been, like you were saying, Steve, a bitter, angry, kind of weird demon that just yesterday just going through my head, and it was my brain would pick something, and whatever it was would just be pissing me off.
Right.
I'm just I also don't get angry very often. And so I was like, why am I pissy about stuff? I'll get ornery, but I was angry, and I was I don't know what to do about any of this. So yeah, it was real weird. It was a very strange experience. But then today happened, and it's better, and the drive helped a lot, and taking a walk helped, and it's doing the exercise every day helps. And besides that, it's been pretty great. Everything's been really great. It's just this weird kind of pissiness.
You got to get over that hump. That pissiness is really
Get over that pissy hump.
That
Right,
pissy
Grace and I were talking.
Hey everybody listening, what's your pissy hump story? Let us know in the comments.
It was a bad day. I mean, I'm talking a big pissy hump.
Yeah.
You have to.
I mean, I had these big old pissy humps.
We were hiking up the pissin' hump.
My humps. My humps. My big old pissy humps.
Yeah. That's the Weird Al version. Yeah.
I love it. I love pissy humps. Can that be the name of the episode?
Pissy humps,
Pissy
I think
humps.
so.
But
yeah.
it's true. It's a real thing, because you're totally
crazy, yeah.
built. It's everything's pissy. You're having all these little pissy moments, and you gotta get over that fucking hump, man. And then when you're down on the other side, then you're like, oh fuck, things are okay, and we're gonna be fine. And I gotta hold on to the things that are making me happy, and
yeah, you lie to yourself.
persevere. You lie to yourself. Yes, you lie to yourself.
You hypnotize yourself.
You reprogram.
go,
Yes,
"It's gonna
you
be
hypnotize
okay. It's
yourself.
gonna be
to,
okay."
Yes, exactly. But honestly, that's the key to a lot of holding on to your sanity is hypnotizing yourself. Truly,
100%.
truly, it truly is.
I'm a huge believer in it.
Yeah. Anyway, so but we're supposed to be talking about positive things.
Okay,
on this
well,
episode.
there's our personal update. Maybe the positivity spin will help, but it's like, yeah, we're all gonna go, through the trenches through this, and there's gonna be various versions of it, and I'm glad that we're all here talking about it today.
I will say too,
we got to be able to vent, right?
Yeah, a significant positive, and this is a very weird thing to talk about, but I've become real grateful for. I don't talking about feeling grateful is always uncomfortable because it feels like look how good I am of a person. But I've been real thankful for you guys and the Valley folk and the patrons for a while, for like the past week, and it's been a very nice feeling. And also proud of just like us in the past 6 months and everything with the Lee situation. And I was like getting to a place where I was like, oh, actually, this is okay. I was like looking back on stuff, and I became very impressed and like very just like this is what I feel like these guys and me would have done for the most part. And I was like, that's so crazy that that's still like a big deal, and then the whole world's falling apart. And then I was like, I have nothing to complain about. Like any of this stuff that I'm worried about it pales so much in comparison to like the grand scheme of things. And so it was very nice. It was a very good, freeing feeling to be like, okay. I think it's called processing shit.
Really quick, what's the Lee situation?
Well,
I'm just kidding. Don't answer.
creative reasons.
Don't answer that.
We've
reached a point.
All equally and in our own.
Listen, we reached a point in our lives and careers and partnership where when someone tries to do something like that, where they're like, "What did you mean by that? Elaborate," and they're just trying to be a smartass, you can 100% expect a smartass response now.
Yeah.
Like before there used to be kind of like a we don't have to go there. Let's just push the bit away and go like, oh, that's just Steve being Steve, going like, what's up with Ross or whatever. But like at the end of the day, it's so funny that we've gotten to a point where I'm now afraid of doing it because of what you guys might do because I said it.
Yeah. The gloves are off for sure.
Elliot, I accept your pissy gratitude, so thank you.
Let's talk about 100% exactly that. Yeah, that's
pissy
exactly
humps and pissy
dude.
gratitude.
That's what it's all about, though, right? Like it's that. It reminds me of that freaking Incubus song or whatever. But you have this whole like veil of black above you, and you just got to take this little pinprick and just put little holes in it and let the light shine through, and then you find those little pieces of light, and you got to rip open the fabric so you can bask in it a little bit more. And that's what we all have to do right now.
And weed.
Yeah.
Weed's helped a lot. It truly.
Oh, weed really is it's a heaven sent.
Yeah. I've never been truly. I smoke a lot of weed, apparently. Also, because I'm not drinking right now.
According to my doctor.
According to my doctor, I'm unwell.
According to my doctor, I should stop self-medicating, but I am smoking so much weed, and I love it.
Yeah.
But anyway. I've been hanging out at a bunch of websites that say that weed is the epicenter of the coronavirus spreading.
Yeah. Dude, I actually was sitting here yesterday. Guys, you gotta hear this. I was sitting here and we were just like watching some dumb shit that just to ignore, and I got a text on my phone, and it's from this like weed delivery service that like I must have signed up for, but I've never used it before. So I must have signed up for it. I just forgot about it. And the text said, "We're throwing $30 credit into your account right now, but in order to use it, you got to do it before the day ends." And I'm like, "You motherfucker, you got me. Let's see how convenient this is." Because it's truly like a Uber Eats or something. Or what am I thinking of?
Uber weed.
Eat24. Yeah, it's like Eat24. It's like getting food delivered,
Postmates.
DoorDash. It's like
Our sponsor, Postmates.
Yes, Postmates. That's the one I was trying to remember, and I said
For sure,
all
yeah.
the other ones.
DoorHash.
It's like yes, exactly, Joe. It's like a Postmates, but they'll deliver weed to you. And so I'd never done it before, and I was like, I'll use this $30 credit. So I got like 5 joints or something, and it was super cheap. I paid like $10 or something. And it came so fast. It said like, oh, it might come before 8 o'clock at night. And this was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon or something. And I'm like, oh no, I'm going to forget about it. And then I'm going to be like, I ordered weed? This is crazy. But it happened so fast. It happened.
You were worried you were going to forget about it 3 hours later?
No. Well, because after, it said after 8. So it was like it might come at like 9 o'clock even.
Oh, yeah,
So anyway, so I just ordered it and I was like, all right, well, let's see how this goes. 15 minutes later, I was smoking a joint on my balcony from this delivery, and it was a wonderful experience. I'll tell you, guys, we're living on. I'll tell you,
you can't beat the service.
Let me tell you, we're on.
Tell me.
Owen liked to say that Earth is like a big old cruise ship on floating through space, and there's like the levels where like you get to enjoy some of the luxuries of the cruise ship, but for the most part you live in the rat infested like shitty part. But I'll tell you, sometimes it's those little those little like what do you call them, those splurge. It's just those little splurges that are so nice sometimes, and the fact that weed
drops
came
of Jupiter
so fast. It was a drop of Jupiter, and I can't do it all the time, and honestly that credit was the one that really enticed me. But man, I cannot believe what you can get in the snap of a finger right in your home, my friends. We're living in quite a time.
Yeah, it may be more like that moving forward than we're comfortable with until we're comfortable with it.
Yeah, are you guys also like rubbing down your packages and things like that?
Yeah,
you guys
when I go grocery shopping.
Sorry,
it's
I
crazy.
just realized how naughty it sounded to ask if you guys were rubbing your packages.
I rub my package when I come home from the grocery store, and then I wipe down the groceries.
There it is.
Thank you, Joe.
You're
Anyway,
welcome.
sorry, I had to share that little anecdote of how I so easily procured weed, and but it's been really
nice,
wonderful.
Though. It's the small things in life. Like I told Grace the other day that I realized that I've been keeping track of how much ice I put in the glass to figure out what amount I like for a glass of water. And I didn't realize I was doing it. I just let it was like the 4th time, and I was like, I guess I'll try like halfway up this time and see how that how the condensation works. And if I end up, and I was like, oh god, I'm gonna go crazy.
I don't know if this is controversial or not, Elliot, when it comes to ice and water, but the only good ice and water when you're at your place is crushed ice. You have to get the crushed ice. It's crushed
I don't
ice.
like the crushed ice.
I don't have the luxury of a crush
Oh,
ice.
Every now and then I'll do crushed ice, but typically not.
Can I tell you something about crushed ice? It's just
Please.
It's just the front teeth situation that's a little too much for me when you want to drink. When you really want to drink a cold water, you got to get all that fucking ice packing onto your teeth like baleen, essentially. That's just like shocking your nerves. Like I want to be able to navigate through the ice to get my water. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Baleen.
I don't want to go on an adventure.
Baleen.
I don't want to go on a painful tooth adventure to get my cold water.
Please don't hurt my tooth.
Dude, there needs to be a whale song about
right, Joe.
baleen. That's it. I'm gonna work on
Dude,
it.
try some crushed ice and some orange juice. I'm telling you.
I love
I
me
understand
some
what
ice.
you're saying, but if a little chip of the ice gets like in my teeth and then it gets stuck in there and then it like gets all brain freezy, then I'm done. I get so angry.
Yeah, I don't want my
I get
thirst
violent.
experience to be a painful one.
All right. Well, fuck
That
you
is
guys.
the biggest. That is the whiniest thing. You can possibly.
Jeeves, what is this? Crushed ice? I don't
trying to
want
injure
my
me?
thirst quenching adventure to be painful.
Take off your shirt, Jeeves. It's time for the lashes.
Damn, if Jeeves gets lashes for that, Jeeves got to
This
get
is a
out of
lashing
there.
household. Go cut your switch from the willow, Jeeves.
Jeeves, you got to break out of that, man. You got to change your life. All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. On to the positive silver linings of coronavirus. There's not many, but there are some, and I wanted to talk to you about first like some personal ones, but then the big one that has me thinking about some things. All right. So first off, and I went into a couple different websites, and a lot of them are pretty the same, and a lot of them aren't science, but they're just anecdotal almost. But one, and I can attest to this, I'm saving money. Are you guys saving money?
Oh, yes.
I'm not I'm
Yeah,
not
I
making
mean-
money, but I'm not really spending it.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know, like all I'm paying for right now is groceries,
groceries,
and
yeah.
bills.
Yes.
Like, and there's no like splurging. I haven't drank for 4 months now, and the money that you save doing that is huge. And I'm still afraid to look at my bank account, but I'm not spending money, and that's
Yeah.
nice.
Have you switched to
the
Geico
drinking-
yet?
Sorry, what's that?
The drinking, not drinking, because I don't know how long I haven't drank for, but definitely not during quarantine. And it was like, at first I was like, if I was drinking right now, I would be like, this would just suck, because I would just be so bored that I would do it. And so I'm
And you'd
like,
be waking up with that feeling. Ugh.
yeah. So I'm excited for, if drinking happens again, to do it when it's not like for sad reasons.
Yeah. But it's nice. It's been a nice little and I need to too, because the bills are starting to go up a little bit too, which is scary. Like,
Well, and you don't know what's going to happen. Like, yeah,
Yep.
saving money right now, it's who knows? This is an insane situation.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one, creative cooking. Have you guys been cooking a lot because of this?
I have been cooking more, yes, but
Yeah.
Alana has been cooking so many meals, and she's doing such a great job, and it's great. And I've been really loving that a lot.
What was your favorite Alana meal?
She made spam musubi, like from scratch.
Cool.
Oh, I
And
bet
it-
that was so good.
It was so fucking good. But everything's been
Oh.
good. She's made all sorts of cool stuff like tikka masala and like
Oh man, she's going for
yeah,
it.
she's killing it. She made French toast the other day.
Ooh, homadesies.
Homemade. Mamma mia. We had strawberries and stuff. Ooh. I had to kiss it.
And I threw it away.
I had to kiss it and then throw it in the trash. Yeah.
Yeah, I made some good chicken dishes. I've made a couple stews, which has been
Nice.
nice. And
This is
But
stew.
Yeah, I did a pot roast the other day that was real good.
ooh, did
It's
you?
stew and pot
Thought
roast
about you.
weather right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah, it was real nice. Grace is like Alana been doing a lot of the cooking, and it's been really nice.
I know. I wish I could cook. I am experimenting more with things, but like I just can't cook.
The grill is where I focus because it's so there's nothing to it.
Right.
to
You
my
literally
knowledge.
just flip it.
And if you mess it up, you're like, "Oops, I messed
Yeah.
it." Like it burnt. It's a little dry or whatever. But,
Right. Get some
we've just
sauce.
I've been like ordering the meat, and we got like the Omaha steaks, and so we've just been throwing those on the grill a lot. which
Ooh,
is
yeah,
nice.
that's a nice time.
Baby, get out the nice china. I made you burnt meat. I made you fire animal.
Very delicate process.
Yeah, that's been really nice. So I've been liking that. I've also been doing that thing where like I have these like little rice cake things, and I like to put peanut butter on them, and then like
Yeah,
and then I'll
absolutely.
look through the cupboard and be like, what can I sprinkle on here? Sprinkle some kashi and some honey, and like you get
Yeah.
yourself a nice fancy
Yep.
little snack.
Get a little creative there, baby.
Also, like my standards for eating have gone down to nothing. Where it's like I realized 2 weeks into quarantine that if the meal is hot at night, I'm like overjoyed for like a while because I don't eat a lot during the day, and then at night when anything is touching my mouth, I'm like, this is the most incredible thing ever.
Right,
And it could be the
right.
most basic. It was like rice for like 3 days in a row because I was like, I don't give a shit, and then
Yeah.
I'd taste it and I'd be like, rice is so delicious, just rice.
Right.
yeah, I'll
doesn't
go
need
on these
anything.
accidental 3-day liquid diets and I won't even realize it. I'll be like, okay, I had an Ensure in the morning because I wake up and I'm like, well, I got protein. That thing says protein. And then they'll have these like juice drinks from Odwalla or something, and I'll be like, well, there's my fruit for the day, and I'll have that for lunch, and then I blink and it's 9 p.m. And I'm like, oh shit, whoops.
Oh, when we
then
get done with this podcast, I will be shocked at how late it is. I'll be like, okay, day's done.
You're right. You're right. I'm just looking at the clock.
I'm already shocked at how late it is.
Hello, everybody. Joe here by himself with the ad reads, because that's how we do. You know what? It's officially spring, which means it's officially spring cleaning time. Yes, that's a thing. And if you're not doing it, you should be, especially with your underwear drawer. And your relationship with toxic old tattered undies, and move into a membership with the softest undies to ever grace your nethers. A fresh new start for spring. I'm talking me undies, everybody. And I'm not talking your undies or my wife's undies. I'm talking me undies. And I say my wife's undies because she got super jealous because I just got my raccoon me undies. And she was like, I love raccoons. I want those. And I was like, no, they're me undies. They're mine undies. So why would you need an undie membership? Honestly, because it's fun. It's an easy way to give your future self a present each month. A membership with MeUndies is full of perks like site-wide savings, early access, free shipping, and new ridiculously soft undies delivered to your door each month. Building your undie collection makes your adult life just a tad easier. More undies equals less laundry. It's science. It really is. It's an equation in there somewhere that I don't feel like formulating in my head right now. MeUndies are made with micromodal or micromodal with that. And you might ask yourself, what the heck is that? Well, it's a magical, sustainable, soft as heck fabric made from trees. Yes! Trees that makes your bits feel like they're floating on a cloud. Soft little cloud. Cloud my undies. MeUndies are offered in a range of sizes from extra small to 4XL. And MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners of the Valleycast. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off and free shipping. Shipping's like kind of a big deal right now. So this is a no-brainer, especially because they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So this is the call to action part. Get your 15% off your first order, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee offer. Get that at MeUndies.com/Valley. That is MeUndies.com/Valley. I think there are a couple sentences in there that I just blasted right through, even though I messed them up, but the ones I did not mess up were MeUndies.com/Valley. And now I'd like to talk to you about Nextdoor. Nextdoor is the hub for everything happening in your neighborhood. Everyone is verified, so your conversations stay private between you and your neighbors, and it's available in every U.S. neighborhood. I just downloaded it for the first time to check it out, and I'm enjoying it. It's like a super focused community building social app, I think is a good way to put it. Look at the copy here. It says it's great for building community, whether it's helping someone find their lost dog or notifying neighbors that your kid's lemonade stand is popping up. You can discover events nearby. Many events are local to your community and they're not posted elsewhere, and you can find them on this app. Do you need to borrow a ladder? Well, if you were in my neighborhood and you had this app, you can use my ladder, which is an awesome ladder. And you could also find other free stuff that's posted. It's kind of like it's like a focused Craigslist-y, Facebooky thing for your neighborhood, which is very nice. When I downloaded it during quarantine, and it was very nice to see like-minded individuals in my area, one, supporting each other, which was very nice to see, and two, kind of going through a similar experience together, and then reading about that and hearing about it. It made me feel closer to my neighborhood, which is something that I really never felt before. There are so many ways our neighbors can help us. We just need an easier way to connect with them. Nextdoor is a free app that connects you and your local community so you can talk to your neighbors and tap into trusted local knowledge right from your phone. It's the best way to stay informed about what's going on in your neighborhood, and whether it's finding a last-minute babysitter, planning a local event, selling an item, or sharing safety tips, Nextdoor is the neighborhood hub to find everything you need. You're never going to miss out on what's happening in your community. It's in every neighborhood in the U.S., and neighbors are already working together to build stronger, safer, and happier communities all over the world, and I am down with that. And it's all happening with Nextdoor. So for everything that's happening in your neighborhood, there's Nextdoor, the neighborhood app. So what you waiting for? The app is free. Go to nextdoor.com/Valleycast to sign up and see what's happening in your neighborhood. Be sure to use the link from our show to sign up so they know that you support our show, which is very helpful for us. It's like our little neighborhood, our little Valley folk neighborhood. Go to nextdoor.com/Valleycast to sign up and see what your neighbors are talking about. Be sure to use the link from our show to sign up so they know you support. That is nextdoor.com/Valleycast. Back to the show. Peace.
Man, have you guys watched any Westworld?
Yes, I've
just
been
the
watching
first
it.
season.
Yeah.
I'm not past
Okay.
the first season.
Well, I watched seasons 2 through 3, and I watched season 1 like forever ago, but so I didn't really remember it. I don't know what the hell is going on in that show at all.
Are you caught
it's-
up?
Yeah,
I can
I'm caught
explain
up.
it
The last-
to you if you would like.
Well, I don't know if it's like a spoiler.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Situation.
That's true.
Wait,
But,
how far in are you?
I'm up to date
Oh.
on it.
Oh, you're just like, "Ah."
Yeah, and I don't know it. I don't get it. It makes me It makes me a little angry because I like to get things, and I don't have a clue what's happening during this.
Drew
but
said
it's super cool and super weird to watch during a quarantine.
it's so cool.
Yeah.
And in the last episode, it's just basically what Westworld used to be like a super cool like. There was just something so mysterious and fun about it when it was just Westworld, when it was just the theme park and the Western land. And
Yeah.
now it's like fully just an action movie, which I don't hate, but they've kind of
the
stopped.
last episode especially was so action.
Yeah, and it's fine. I'm into that, but it just lost a lot of the like it just lost something. I guess the writing's a little cheesier now too, but
I mean,
Some of the writing is
it's leaning
horrible.
into what the original working title of the show was, which was Rise of the Fuckbots, and they changed it.
I'm gonna Google that. What did you say it again?
Rise of the Fuckbots, RISE
you don't have to spell it.
space OF.
All
It's
right.
not OV.
it's
A lot of
spelling
people.
of.
autofilling. It's autofilling.
Okay, good. Is it like right now?
This is as good as you're gonna get, folks.
Okay, so and then some of the other things are. I'll just skim over them because I want to get to the theory that I want to throw to you guys and see what you think. More time with your children. We talked about that. That's true. Cherish your elders. I thought that was interesting because it's true how much more you cherish them when, one, you think they're going to go or could, and two, when there's a percentage of the population that's like, yeah, let them fucking die. That's the worst.
Yeah,
You're talking about Americans, Joe? True Americans? Okay.
I won't participate in this conversation.
So that's true. Okay, but here's the other one.
Yeah, I've been wanting to visit home real bad
Yeah.
during this whole thing. It's real weird. It's like I get enough Florida, and when this happened, I was like, God, I would love to just be around my immediate family right now.
Immediately.
Yeah, but I'm doing a lot of FaceTiming. Are you guys FaceTiming a lot with your families?
Phone calls and
Little bit.
texts. My dad's not much of a FaceTimer. But
Yeah, my mom has been like, FaceTime me every day.
that's not what your beautiful mom sounds like.
I know, but you know. But that's what it sounds like when you translate it when you're
She sounds like this. FaceTime me every day, Steve. I love you, Meow. I hope you're eating well.
You sound like never mind. It's too obscure of a reference. I can't do it.
Are you taking care of yourself?
Yes, Mom, I feel great. Thank you.
Is a part of your day focused on you?
Yes, Mom. Thank you. Yes, I am doing.
Oh, man, your dad's getting on my fucking last nerve. Fucking A, mijo. Wow. Wow is what I say.
I can't even imagine it.
I zoned out for what the setup to that whole thing was, and I think it was better.
Because I did an
Oh,
impression
man.
of my mom's voice, and then Joe said, "Don't imitate your mom's beautiful voice."
That's good. That's what I was imagining.
yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay, so last one, and we've all like read articles about this and stuff, but it's like there's this momentarily like exhale of the planet right now. We are experiencing it in LA. I've never I didn't grow up here, but in my 10 years being here,
I'll
decline
get it.
that phone call. In my 10 years living here, I've never seen it so clear. Like I can see the mountains. It's like a photo. It's crisp. I can zoom in on it. The detail is there. It feels good. When I go take walks, I'm hearing birds like I've never heard them before. Like it's like they're back. And it sounds like this is a ubiquitous thing around the world, all the way to like in Wuhan, where same thing. Apparently, the gray skies, which are way grayer than you would ever imagine, are now blue. And Dolphins have returned to like the canals of Venice and the water is clear.
Is that true though? Where was the line? One of them like wasn't true, and then it was. Like it was true. I heard about it. Then I heard it was a hoax. Then I heard about it, and now everyone's back to talking like a
Dolphins returned to something. Maybe it wasn't the canals, but the canals are clear. Like the lack of tourism, the lack of all this stuff. It's so there's again, it's like the Earth is getting to take a breath for the first time in a long time, and that's interesting. Of course, it's momentary. Of course, it's a blip, but I think there's lessons that could be learned in it. So here's a theory not a theory, but a hypothetical I'd like to throw out to you guys. Is there a possibility in the future where we're all open to change, hopefully positive change, and this is everybody would have to be on board for the most part, where something like this is scheduled worldwide for a month? The difference being we're on board, we're all preparing for it. It's a social choice as opposed to anything else where it's like, we don't work for a month as a society. Not like we have to, but you know what I mean? We find ways where it's like, this is the summer vacation for the world. We restrict travel, all that stuff. We make plans for it economically, but it's this thing that, again, lets the world reset a little bit, but also could possibly let us as humans reset, because this is something that we expect and are looking forward to, as opposed to something that we are dreading and being forced to do through fear of death. That's just a thought. To talk
Joe, what you're describing was the first draft of the movie The Purge.
I didn't say murder.
Well,
no, that's what. Yeah, they added that in the second draft.
I think that it would inadvertently create more crime. Probably.
Okay.
Because
I don't know that it's possible, and I don't know that you could. I mean, because what's shut down right now is not a lot of this working class. So what you're basically do is you're making a holiday for the blue collar folks and the people that are still out there, and not to mention Postmates and everything else. So it's like, how do you shut them down too, and how do you shut down every delivery person?
If
you don't, then you can't, because people do need certain services. So that's my like smarty pants answer. But I think the spirit of what this thing is doing can be replicated in some way that is possible. I don't think it would be a month thing, but like I don't know if I was talking to you guys about it, but like a holiday or something that's like a reminder to slow down for a second would maybe be feasible. But a whole month sounds cool, but I don't think it. I mean, unless I'm.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's all a thought
like
experiment.
A week might be doable. But yeah, like a month is interesting because you already see people not wanting to do what we're doing right now, even though there's a deadly virus out there.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, totally agree. Totally.
I wonder if there would be a thing maybe. I mean, it's also interesting because it's like kind of talking about the universal basic income stuff and all that, which like sounds insane. And then all of a sudden it's like we're all getting, $1,200 stimulus checks, which was so weird, by the way, that like that money just comes into your account. Did y'all just appear?
I haven't checked yet.
I haven't checked
just weirds
either.
me out.
Did it just
You
go
probably
direct
got it.
deposit into your bank account or something?
Just in your account, yeah. And I was like,
oh my God.
I didn't think I was
I'm
going
gonna
to
check right
get
now.
it. Yeah, and it's so weird that the government can just be like,
Here's some money.
Here's some money.
Like
You
they're
just
your
have it.
daddy.
I don't have to deposit a check. I don't have to sign anything.
Thanks, daddy.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, stuff like the fact. I think the cool thing is that society can change as a result of this in some way that's substantial, which I do think is the biggest positive of all.
Yeah, there's got to be a lesson and there's got to be some action in some direction, right? Like, I know it is irresponsible to think like, yeah, we'll shut it down for a month and then things get better and the environment gets better. It's like, I know why it didn't. So really the real lesson is, how do we take that, what we've learned from it, and do it across the board? Because doing it 1 month of the year is stupid, as opposed to making life changes and society changes to go across the board to make it last forever. Of course, that's the way it should go, and hopefully does. But there's just something, I don't know, idealistic too. And like I said, people would have to be on board, but imagine looking forward to that month, like you used to look forward to summer vacation as a kid, and in other countries where people have 3 to 4 weeks off every year, and paternity leave is a real thing and stuff like that, where we as Americans are hardwired to think we're supposed to work all the time, and that's where happiness comes from. What if we change that just a little
I would
bit?
love it if there was some way to get everybody on the same wavelength with that, which would be quite a thing to do. But if we could get everybody all on the same page, I would love it. I think that'd be great.
Maybe it's a rolling restriction, like monthly, like August it's this group, September it's this group.
That would suck. What if it's all?
It
What
is
if all
funny.
your friends were in the group from last month or whatever, and you're like, I want to hang out with all my friends.
Hey man, fuck you, Junies. We're over here in September living our lives.
We're all going to Idlewild.
Yeah, it's a fun. I feel like what was my thought? I had a thought. What was it? Something about the. Oh, I think it's interesting that it's like making everyone a little crazy, but also there's a part of us that's like, maybe we can do it again next year.
Hey, you guys want to maybe do this again sometime?
Like I was thinking on my drive today, I was like, because it was so quick and real pretty and easy, and I was like, man, I wonder what it's gonna be like 2 days after quarantine when we like legitimately miss quarantine. I think it'll take me 2.5 days at most.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna be like, I don't know, I could, but it's also me in that position.
There'll be a small
personal,
percentage of people. There's probably a bigger. It's not even small. There's a big percentage of people that are probably fucking loving this.
Oh yeah,
I mean, they are in a very privileged position to be loving it if they're doing it without fear. But I had a neighbor. I went out to throw the garbage away in our community dumpster, and I was like, how we happened to do it at the same time, which also is a reminder of what we're going through. Because when we were there at the same time, I was like, shit. Crap. We're not supposed to be here at the same time.
Yeah.
And now we're throwing away the grossest things from our apartments together.
Did you guys both just look at each other, go and drop your bags at the same time and run away?
Were you wearing a mask or anything?
Actually, all the Return of the Birds, they picked her up and just fucking took her. It's crazy.
Yeah, that happens. That's been happening a lot. It's because it's beautiful.
Nature's
Just so much
returning.
bird kidnapping.
It's really beautiful to see. Yeah.
I mean, it's what they're meant to do,
But I was just like, hey, how's it going for you? Are you not going crazy through all this? And she looks at me dead in the eye and she goes, I fucking love it. This is my dream.
Wow.
And I go, huh? She goes, I hate people. This is perfect. I work from my home. I'm like, what do you do? She's like, oh, I'm in movie production, but I can do it all from home now. And I am living the dream. And I was like, when you want to connect with somebody, even like 5%, so you can have that shared experience and moment. I was like forcing my nod through it. I was like, yeah, it's
Me
great.
too.
But yeah, so some people fucking love it. And I think there's going to be a contingency of people that are like, I don't want to fucking go back to what it was.
I know. It
all.
is going to be weird to go back, for sure. And it's going to be a slow rollout, if anything. But it'll be so strange.
Anyways, that was my thing. I just wanted to run that thought by you guys because I don't know where to go with it in my thesis paper that I'm writing up about it.
No, I like that because it's nice to talk about it in a positive light and not in a while acknowledging the negatives too.
This says in Sardinia, dolphins are swimming in harbors in the absence of ferries. So
There's
if
no
that
way
doesn't count.
Sardinia
That
is a
doesn't
real
count.
place. That's fake.
Sardinian dolphins are not real dolphins, and I don't care who gets mad at me for saying that.
Isn't Sardinia the place that they're all in and in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? Which is a great
You promised
movie,
you'd
by
never
the way.
talk about that fucking movie again.
I love that movie. Do you not like that movie?
It was just a stupid joke. It's a fine movie.
Oh, I love it so much. I think it's a fantastic animated film.
All right, that was my topic. That was my thought.
Thank you,
Put a little
Joe.
positive spin on this junk.
Elliot, what's
I'm trying
yours?
to think if there's. My topic was going to be on how good the show Community still is.
Because wait, what's it back on? Somebody's got
Netflix.
it.
All the seasons.
Yeah. It's
so
so watchable.
I've never
I
seen
haven't
it.
watched much of it. Yeah, it's really great, very fun. You have to keep in mind it's a network sitcom.
Yeah.
But it's really fun. It held up. Like everybody was cracking me up again, and it was real nice. And then I started rewatching Boy Meets World.
Also
Grace
good.
hasn't seen it. Yeah, it's great. My favorite sitcom. And I started watching that. I was like, maybe it won't be my favorite sitcom. That's just something you say to yourself, and then you rewatch it, and like, not really. And I was like, yep, still my favorite sitcom. It was
Yep.
so sweet.
Yep.
Mr. Feeney's got lessons right out of the gate.
Oh, those lessons are always great.
Tightly written. The acting
Yeah.
is adorable.
Yep. Everybody in
Great.
it. The only thing that messes with you with that show now is like I love the dad, the actor. I forget what his name is.
Oh yeah.
But you watch him and you're like, and then flashes of him being in American History X start flowing through your mind, and you're like, racist, Nazi,
Yeah.
bad guy. Ah,
That's fun. Yeah, I've never seen that movie. Ooh. I'm too scared to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Because I've
that.
heard about scenes in it, and everyone who talks about it just talks about like it's the most intense movie in the world. I'm like, I can't. I don't
Is that the one with the curb stomp?
now.
That one's got
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah,
curb stomp.
that's what I
Yeah.
heard. It was somebody explained the curb stomp thing to me, and I was like, whoop, I'm never gonna watch that movie.
Please, everybody, watch Devs. All the episodes are out now. The whole series is complete. Please watch Devs.
Devs.
Also, what was interesting about Boy Meets World was even the pilot, some of the jokes are like not appropriate anymore.
Oh, that's great.
Oh,
It's
really?
crazy. Yeah, like
Like
and
Gay
it's-
Panic or
it's
something?
It's like kind of charming because they're these kids, but the jokes that they're making are like, oh, you're like, oh, this wouldn't fly these days anymore. Which is, like, crazy.
Was it tinges of homophobia?
More, I guess. Yeah, probably homophobia is that, but also like, yeah, definitely homophobia and then some trans stuff. You know, dressing up like a girl and you know, being a girl. And if you're a boy, then you do this, and if you're a girl, then you do that kind of stuff.
Man,
which
that's
is,
the shit
yeah.
that taught me those things, sort of, you know? Like, those weird masculinity things that we all, like, had to quickly get rid of because it's all shitty and not cool and isn't a good thing. But a lot of those TV shows, you grow up as a kid and
Well,
you're like...
some of them are shitty.
Yeah.
a lot
some
of
of them
a
are
lot of
okay.
them still work, so... but yeah,
Tools are still pretty cool, man.
you know, I still use a hammer, you know, when I need to nail something into the wall. But
The best probably couldn't do that anymore, but I love it so much from old school sitcoms, which you don't know got through how it got through the censors, was the nickname Boner.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So good.
yeah.
Oh man, it was so funny.
I guess
that guy's
boner
name was
must
Boner.
not have been what an erection was at the time. They must have just called it a hard-on or something.
Dude,
and
what the
then-
hell was the? Well, I'm having a brain fart. What's the show called?
Family Ties?
Boy Meets World?
It's not Family Ties. It's the one
Growing
with,
Pains?
Growing Pains. Yeah, Growing Pains. Yeah, imagine how many times they said the word boner unironically in that series.
Man, that's great. Yeah.
Is there a supercut of them saying
Boner
even?
supercut. Boner.
Boner?
Boner?
Boner.
Boner. Yeah, boner. Yeah, it's so
That's our
funny.
next Friday video.
There should be
Boner
boner supercut
supercut.
on Pornhub.
Oh man, I'm gonna look.
But yeah, I'm
But
just
it's
giving
literally
updates
that.
on my only topic is what I've been watching because what I've been watching is the only thing going on in my life. So
Yeah, but stop
I w-
watching Boy Meets World and watch Devs already.
we'll see. Maybe.
Yeah.
What is Devs? What is
Devs is, you remember that movie Ex Machina and Annihilation? Those movies? The guy that created those and wrote a series called Devs, and it's incredible. Incredibly.
What's it on?
It's intelligent. Oh, you can watch it on Hulu. It's an FX show. And by the way, FX is fucking killing it right now because Devs was so fucking good. Who's the guy? Nick Offerman. Nick Offerman plays this like Bill Gates kind of like billionaire technology guy, and it's like a completely departure role for him, but it's incredible and he's fascinating and he's
Cool.
so good in it. But anyway, FX
I'll
is killing
definitely
it.
watch that.
Please watch it, Elliot. You're gonna love it.
Yeah,
dude. If
that
Westworld
sounds
is
great.
not doing it for you right now, fucking Devs is the way to go for sure. But
I like the last episode. I just accepted. I don't understand it.
yeah,
at all,
yeah.
But
It's way overblown at this point. But the reason why FX is killing it is because What We Do in the Shadows is back, and that's on Hulu.
Yeah.
So please do yourself a favor. If you're not watching What We Do in the Shadows, please watch that and watch Devs also
It's
on Hulu.
so good.
But What We Do in the
Dude.
Shadows is so good. The first two
What We
episodes
Do-
are so good.
I still laugh at lines and moments in it that'll pop up in my head. It's ridiculous.
Dude, it's just brilliant.
Oh, that's where I'm at, dude. that's what I'm experiencing with Curb Your Enthusiasm.
You're watching Curb.
I'm just now like getting into it.
Yes!
And, oh my God. It is
Brilliant.
It's incredible. Like, yeah, it's really, really amazing.
It's like Seinfeld somehow got better.
Yeah. Better Seinfeld.
Yeah, better
And
Seinfeld.
so his character is like, it like teeters on role model
Yes,
and person
yes.
I would never want to be. And it's incredible.
Yeah, Larry David talks about how it's a character that he loves to play because he just does the things that he wishes he could do in real life.
Exactly, yeah.
But he gets to play with that, and it's just so brilliant.
The one we watched last night, the scene was he's invited to a dinner party, and a guest comes in, and he's a veteran. Iraq veteran, and he comes in and everybody's like, thank you for your service, thank you for your service, thank you so much, and he's like, oh, it's the ones that are still over there that are the heroes. I'm just happy to be back, thank you so much. And it gets to Larry David and he goes, hey, nice to meet you. And the look
because he didn't say thank you for your service.
And he goes, what and they're like, okay. And then like everything blows up.
What? Everyone else said thank you for your service. I'm supposed to say thank you for your service?
That's what it is. He did, yeah, he goes, everyone said it. Why did I gotta say it? Everybody else said it.
Oh, I fucking love him so much. Now that you've seen enough
and then
of...
later in the episode, though, what cracked me up was he's like talking to his friend, and he's like, he's really pissed off that you didn't say thank you for your service.
He's just really upset about it.
And Larry David just goes, really? Yeah. He goes, something about that. I can't get it out of my mouth. I was like, this is the worst human being.
Dude, he's the worst human being.
So funny.
It's the funniest
Real
shit.
good.
Just, now that you've seen enough of that, you should watch Clear History when you get a chance. Have you seen that? Mm-mm. It's an HBO movie that Larry David wrote with Larry Charles, who directs all the Curb Your Enthusiasm episodes. But it's him and John Hamm and Michael Keaton and like
cool.
The cast is like fucking insane. Joe, you need to see it too. It's called Clear History and it's on HBO.
All right, I will do that.
Oh yeah, I'll probably do that next time.
Brilliant.
I will watch that
movie.
Update: there is no boner supercut.
Damn. Well,
there is no boner supercut. There's no boner supercut.
All right. Well, can I end us all with like a really fun last few minutes of the podcast, and then we can get out of here and say goodbye?
Yeah.
I love fun.
Okay, so
I remember it fondly.
Remember when we would do the thing where I'd go to r/would you rather and give you guys some would you rathers? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to do. No, I'm just kidding. Let's do that.
That was a cool intro.
Hey guys, would you rather be able to stop time or get $2 million?
Stop time. Stop time. What would I do if I could just stop time?
Like once?
No, you could just stop time forever.
Zach Morris power.
Yes, or you get $2 million and that's that.
Is this Zach Morris power where it's like, hey, I can walk around and change things?
Yes.
And
yes.
So I could steal. I could do a bunch of stuff.
Yep, you could
I could
steal.
manipulate stuff. I could. You know, the thing about it is, I could do the stop time, and I could have fun with it. But if I was to really take advantage of it, and I'm not like I need to take over the world type of guy, but let's say I wanted to make $2 million, and I had to do it through stopping time. That's just a lot of work. There's something about just taking the $2 million that's kind of nice.
Yep.
Yeah, because then it's like all the issues that come with being able to stop time. Like, should I have stopped that big incident that happened? Should I have stopped this? Should I have stopped that? And then you'd just be riddled with guilt and shame.
What I thought about was if you have the ability to stop time, that sounds like every movie we've ever seen or some shitty romantic comedy where at the end of it he's losing his partner, but he knows he can stop time, and so he chooses to do that, and it's so depressing. And my thought was like taking the money. I was like, that just sounds like too much like drama for me. Just give me the money.
Like, I'd have fun with it, you know, but like, I mean, the answer's probably stop time, but right now in this moment, I'm leaning towards $2 million real hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a good warm up. What about this one? This one really tickled me. I
Wait,
think-
the top comment's always the best in those. What did the top comment
well, the
say?
top comment was, let me see. I saw it, and it was pretty much like what we were saying already. Stop time because I could steal so much more money this way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Enjoy
not my
the heartbreak.
Yeah, it's not my end goal. Even the $2 million in life isn't my end goal. But like, he's just like, stop time so I can steal more money. That's what you're gonna do with it.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
Also, why do you?
You're a piece of shit. Okay, this one's really good. I like this one a lot. Would you rather run at 100 miles per hour, so you can run 100 miles per hour, or
Accidental death. Accidental death. That's all that is.
or fly at 10 miles per hour?
Fly 100%.
But at 10 miles per
Everybody
hour?
wants to fly, man. Everybody wants to fly.
You want to fly at 10 miles per hour? You couldn't even get away from anything.
You think I'm not going to look cool as heck?
Hey guys, check this out. Whoa, that's cool, but he's going so slow. What? Anyway, see you, buddy.
Yeah, no, man. It's still about the flying. Like, yeah, if I think getting to cruise, even at 10 miles an hour, just through the air, is gonna be so enjoyable and relaxing. Think of the mental health, and then think about the death when you trip running at 100 miles an
The
hour.
top comment on this one is, I'd rather fly 10 miles per hour. It's faster than walking, and if I ran 100 miles per hour, I would be covered in dead bugs like a car.
Like a car.
You guys saw The Boys, right?
The what?
Yeah. Yes.
The Boys.
Yes.
Oh, that show.
Amazon.
I haven't watched it. No.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
first
but
scene is exactly that.
The whole thing. Do you guys hear those dings? I'm sorry if you
Yeah,
do.
I heard a couple of
Yes.
things, but it's okay.
Yes, how dare you?
That's
What's the
100% the we're not spoiling anything, but that whole show starts with somebody having a guy that can run 100 miles per hour obliterate and go right through them.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I saw that. I saw the intro or something.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So it's
So that all he's left is holding her hands, which is just great.
yeah. That show's fun.
Okay, how about this one,
a great show,
guys? And then we'll get out of here. Would you rather be able to see through physical things like clothes, walls, doors, etc., or be able to see through figurative things like lies, false promises, fake feelings,
That one.
Yeah. But how would that affect your life, though, if you could suddenly see through if people were lying or...
I think there's probably a freedom in that I'm even in the moment not understanding. Like, to truly know what people think about
if people
you,
were being real with you, yeah.
both good and bad, but also and you could also use that for good in political sense and whatever. Like the way you'd be able to talk to people and connect with people after getting over the initial shock of what they truly think of you, I think is incredibly powerful.
It's one of those things where you'd have to evolve to a higher form of emotional understanding. Because, like, right now, the older you get, the more you develop your emotional understanding, the empathy, all of those things, and you start to really figure that out. But imagine being able to, like, would you even be able to have friends if you could, like, tell every emotion, if every emotion they were portraying for you was fake?
I think so, but you're assuming that everybody is
Well, I guess
constantly fake.
Well, that's true, but and I'm not saying that. It's just that, oftentimes there just are little things or little like thoughts that pop up into your head, and
I think you'd adapt to that.
The things you don't act on, yeah. Like just like we learn not to act on them as adults, I guess you would learn to act on them as like a super aware person.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it would change that much about life personally because, like if you think about it, we're YouTubers, so we kind of get what people are thinking already, and kind of like we kind of have like think like we have our finger on the pulse or whatever. So
yeah,
like,
we get it. We just bathe in unfiltered truth like all the time.
Yeah, and it's like you guys know I always know what everybody's thinking, and what's best for them. So it's like the fact that it's just confirmed isn't going to change that much.
It doesn't change anything for you, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
interesting,
truly-
though, because the top comment says I would definitely take the physical because sometimes lies are good for you.
Sometimes they are, but still, the ratio is off, I think.
I think for me, it's like I think you end up adapting, right? And then you still understand that a good lie is still a good lie for you, and you're even if you know the truth, you're just like, I'll live in the reality of the good lie for this person and my own benefit, is because the smartest person in the world that has to like fucking deal with all us not smart people in the world fucking ruining shit constantly, that person is still the smartest person in the world, and he just adapted to having to exist with us. So this person would still just adapt to having to exist with everybody.
What if what would you guys think about, instead of the ability to see if people are lying, to see exactly what their intent was? I wonder if that would be more interesting, because like the lie is like, okay, but why did you lie? Because are you lying because you're like that's what I would be, I think, maybe a little bit more interested in, is like, why do
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want to dive deeper. You want to like
Or,
call
like, what
people
they're-
on their emotional lies.
what people, and like what their motivations
and just
are
be like,
when they're,
let's
like,
discover
telling-
that. Like you'd be like a psychiatrist or something. You would become a
Oh, yeah.
psychiatrist at that point.
No.
This is a guidance counselor.
Right.
He'd still just be a YouTuber.
Oh, absolutely. No, it would just be a better YouTube, an even better YouTuber.
Okay, I want to end on this one more really quick fun one.
Dude, Joe, I forgot about me telling you that you're a funny YouTuber.
That was
on
so
Your
funny.
Show.
That was so funny.
Okay, last one, and then we'll say goodbye, because this one's fun. Would you rather get $1 million right now or $1,000 a day until you say the word oops?
$1 million right now. $1 million right now.
It's so funny. Because you're going to say oops so fast. Because you're just going to be thinking about the word oops all the time.
You're definitely not going to not say the word oops for 3 years.
I know.
Which is how long it would take
'Cause
to
you're-
get $1 million.
Because the second you drop something, oops. Oh, fuck! I said oops. Oh! I should have taken the million.
Wow.
That one's easy.
Yeah, I wonder. We all say that way more than we ever think. There's no way we don't say that like once
daily.
a week.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, no, not daily.
Oops.
Not daily, but
Oops. Yeah.
Well,
no.
because dude, I even say oops when I make a little mistake when I'm typing. Like oops. Oops.
Yep.
It's over. It's over. All right. Well, guys, let's wrap it up. Thank you all for listening to this episode of the Valleycast. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad everything worked this time, and you can see us the whole time and hear us the whole time.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. But yes, thank you so much to our patrons who, first and foremost, are just such a saving grace in this whole situation and allow us to continue to make this stuff and continue to have our employees as comfortable as we could possibly make them while they're also dealing with a terrible situation along with everybody else in the world. But we really appreciate you guys. We thank you for sticking by us, and I don't know what else to say. You guys are great. We love you.
When this goes up for the patrons on Monday, and then on Wednesday for the rest of the world, I hope you're enjoying our extravaganza this week.
Oh yeah, that's right. I posted the trailer up and there was someone going like, wait, is there no Your Show on Monday? No, there's no Your Show. It's just going to be Cats this week, and it's going to be really fun and weird, and we hope you like it. But we'll be back to our regularly scheduled Your Show schedule the following week.
Yeah, we're going to find out if you actually do miss it. We'll find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else you guys want to say? Please keep those intros coming for the Valleycast, because we'd love to hear your guys' cool ideas, and you can send those to r/thevalleyfolk on Reddit.
No, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
good.
that's it from me. I hope everybody's staying safe and healthy and trying to find new ways to be creative and not go crazy. And yeah, I hope we all make it out to the other side of this together.
Aw, that's very sweet, Joe. All right, well, thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you next time on the Valleycast. Bye.
I
Did they deliver?
All right, guys, I'm gonna go home. Gotta go home. Gotta go home. Thank you. It's been really fun. When do we get the checks for the product placement in the next video?
I've never seen Steve laugh like, well, yeah.
Steve broke a funny.
What was so funny?
I don't know.
Oh, funny views.
Fucking Bowman! Bowman's hilarious. Don't leave.
I think what happened was Steve realized how silly this all is.
I just love that you're like, you probably have nothing to do, but you don't want to be here anymore.